The Super Mario Galaxy movie made it clear that a new character will show up in the next film, Princess Daisy. In fact, did you know there's a very strong chance that Daisy and Luigi will be the main characters of the third Mario movie made by Illumination? Passion. Everyone loved it when Daisy appeared in the post-credit scene of Super Mario Galaxy, because she's one of the most well-known characters from the Plumbers games. Just like Peach is the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, Daisy is the princess of Sarasa Land and was introduced in the game Super Mario Land. And the fact that she's confirmed to appear in this next movie about the plumbers makes it clear that Luigi should also get much more spotlight than he had in the last two films, especially because they are often seen as a couple, even if they are not officially dating in the games. It's similar to the case of Mario and Peach, who aren't officially dating in the games, but are clearly in love with each other in the movies. It's very likely that Illumination will give the same treatment to Mario's brother and the princess of Sarasa Land, with the film showing the two going on adventures together and eventually falling in love. That's right, the Super Mario Bros. 3 movie will be about Daisy and Luigi. The moment has come! Let's enjoy another Cinewave together! Tatanga. If the story of the next movie really revolves around Daisy, then there's a high chance the main villain will have some connection to her. That's why we believe the main villain of Super Mario Bros. 3 might not be Bowser again, but Tatanga, the antagonist of Super Mario Land, the same game that introduced Daisy to the franchise. In the games, he's an alien who kidnapped Daisy and took over the kingdom of Sarasa Land. The fact that he comes from another planet could be explored even more in the movies, especially since the second film was a space adventure adapting Super Mario Galaxy. On top of that, when Daisy appears in the post-credit scene, she's in the same space station the characters passed through earlier. In other words, Daisy might actually have a connection to space, which makes sense if Tatanga is already her enemy and a threat to her kingdom. So it's easy to imagine Daisy eventually meeting Mario's group and asking for their help to save her people from this extraterrestrial threat. Abandoned. Super Mario Galaxy pushed Mario and Peach's relationship forward even more. The two had several sweet moments, and Peach even kissed Mario on the cheek at the end. That means they'll be even more in love in Super Mario Bros. 3. They might even already be dating, and that's where Luigi's problems begin. He has always supported Mario in winning Peach's heart, but it's possible the two will become so attached that Luigi starts to feel left out by his brother, at least until Princess Daisy shows up, because when Luigi meets Daisy, he won't be able to think about anyone else, and that will only intensify during the journey they have to go through together. Luigi will finally understand Mario's feelings and give his brother the space he deserves, while he himself tries to win Daisy's heart. Sarasa Land. The world and universe of Super Mario is very vast with many kingdoms. We've seen several of them, but not all of them have received the attention they deserve. With Princess Daisy becoming the focus of the third movie, it's almost certain that we'll see Sarasa Land, a desert kingdom that she rules. And before you ask, no, it's not the same kingdom where Mario and Luigi meet Yoshi. That one is the Sand Kingdom, which is more similar to Mexico. Of course, they are very similar nations, so it's possible that both could be adapted as the same kingdom in the movie universe. However, we believe there's another possibility that can't be ignored. Sarasa Land could be adapted as a kingdom on another planet. The reason this would make a lot of sense is that Peach was treated as the only human-looking person on the planet until Mario and Luigi arrived. It's strange that Daisy hasn't been mentioned in these two movies as another princess similar to Peach, unless she doesn't live in the same world as the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. And as we mentioned before, Daisy was in a space station in the post-credit scene of Super Mario Galaxy, which could mean she left her home planet to travel to the world where Peach, Mario, and Luigi live. So, are you excited to see this princess appear in the next movie about Nintendo's most iconic plumbers? If so, comment down below #Daisy. Parallel storylines. One really cool thing about Super Mario Galaxy is that our favorite characters were split into two groups. On one side, we had Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. On the other, Peach and Toad. And only later did they reunite. That was amazing because it gave everyone a chance to get some spotlight. And you can bet there's a strong chance this will happen again in the third movie, but this time with the groups being split into couples. In other words, Mario and Peach on one side, Daisy and Luigi on the other. It's easy to imagine this happening if Luigi goes off alone with Daisy to help her free Sarasa land from Tatanga, while Mario and Peach are on a romantic trip. They might not even realize that a kingdom is in danger. Luigi could have gone to help Daisy without telling the two of them, so Mario wouldn't miss the chance to ask Peach to be his girlfriend while helping save Sarasa land, which is totally something Luigi would do. Couples adventure. It would be amazing to see each couple following their own path in this movie, but it would also be really interesting if, in reality, both couples, Mario and Luigi and Daisy, went on adventures together for most of the film, especially since each pair is at a different stage. While Mario and Peach are sure they like each other and are about to become a couple, Luigi and Daisy are still just getting to know each other and probably don't even realize they like one another yet. It would even be really fun if Mario and Peach realized Luigi and Daisy were in love before they did and came up with a plan to get the two of them together. Another thing we could see is a calmer scene that takes place after the main villain is defeated, where both couples are playing sports together, like a volleyball match. It might sound a bit random, but there are several Mario games focused on sports where we see Mario teaming up with Peach and Luigi teaming up with Daisy, so a scene like that would be a great reference. And we all know how much these Mario productions love referencing the games. Dating. So far, Peach and Mario are not officially a couple yet, but we know that's likely to change in the next movie. But what if, on top of that, Luigi and Daisy also become a couple in that same film? That's something that would definitely surprise everyone, since Mario and Peach's romance has been developing slowly and carefully over the course of the movies. So it would be kind of funny if Luigi and Daisy just started dating in the same movie where they meet. Both Princess Peach and Mario would be completely shocked, wondering how those two moved so fast. And honestly, it would make sense. Daisy has always been known for being much more outgoing and energetic than Peach, so it wouldn't take her long to realize she's in love with Luigi. Meanwhile, Luigi is, in fact, very easily scared, which makes us think he wouldn't have the courage to ask Daisy out. However, he realized when his brother was in love with Peach and encouraged him to ask her out, and even asked him to check if Peach had any friend who might be interested in him. If Luigi is that good at giving romantic advice and shows interest in being in a relationship, that might be a sign that he's more of a charmer than he seems. And beyond the idea of Luigi having a hidden heartthrob side being hilarious, it would make it almost inevitable for him and Daisy to become a couple very quickly. Mario and Peach kidnapped. One essential element in every Mario movie is that a character gets kidnapped so the others have to save them. In the first movie, it was Luigi. In the second, it was Rosalina. So what if, in the third, Mario and Peach are the ones kidnapped by the villain, forcing Luigi and Daisy to rescue them? It would be a brilliant way to flip the story of Super Mario Bros., where Mario and Peach had to go on a journey to save Luigi. This idea would also work as a great excuse to follow that structure of telling both couples' stories in parallel. While Daisy and Luigi travel to save the other two heroes, Peach and Mario would be trying to find ways to escape on their own. They could even be spying on the villain to figure out what his plans are. You know what would be awesome? Subscribing right now and getting all our videos straight on YouTube. Luigi's Mansion. With us talking so much about the idea of Luigi getting a lot more attention in this movie, it's impossible not to think about the possibility that Super Mario 3 could actually be an adaptation of the game Luigi's Mansion, the very game where Mario's beloved brother is the main character. In the story of that game, Luigi has to enter haunted houses and fight ghosts, which is hilarious because we all know very well how he can be extremely cowardly, something that was made very clear in the two Super Mario animated movies by Illumination. Of course, if this game is adapted into the movie, there would be a major change. Daisy would be accompanying Luigi on his journey to defeat evil spirits, and that would make everything much more interesting since Daisy is far braver than Luigi. It would be hilarious to see Luigi running away in fear from ghosts while his partner isn't scared of them at all. Daisy kidnapped. It would be very different to see Mario and Peach being kidnapped this time, but it's also possible that the movie stays very faithful to Super Mario Land in this aspect, making Daisy the one who gets kidnapped. After all, in the game, Tatanga kidnaps Daisy, and the player's main mission is to rescue her. So, to stay faithful, the movie could put Luigi on a mission to save Daisy. However, if the whole story were about that, we would only get to see Luigi and Daisy interacting with each other at the end of the film, and that wouldn't be very satisfying. Fans want to see them together for much more than just one scene, but that can easily be fixed if Daisy's rescue happens early in the story and serves mainly to show Luigi meeting the princess. Then Tatanga would escape, and both Luigi and Daisy would have to team up to go after him and defeat him, and that, yes, would be the real goal of the movie. Luigi kidnapped. On top of that, the opposite of what we just said could also happen, with Luigi being kidnapped by a villain and Daisy having to go save him. That would work perfectly to show that this princess is just as skilled in combat as Peach, and the best part, she would most likely go after Luigi only because she needs his help and his friends' help to save the kingdom of Sarasa land, while Luigi himself would already be completely in love by that point. We've prepared 2 videos you're going to love. Pick one and keep having fun here with Teen Videos.